Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Well, today is another wonderful day in the Philippines. And I have to honestly say, I am profound, profound happiness. I'm so happy. You know, I see in my experiences here in the last almost 13 years, you can only be happy if you allow yourself to be happy. And what I mean by that is that I have kind of semi figured out why foreign men, older men, come here and they take on a Filipino partner, wife, or whatever. And I think I understand why now. Maybe it's to some degree, put it that way, because everybody's different. In my instance, I enjoy all the little things that my little wife does. Things most people take for granted. Simple things like making sure that my fingernails are cut, toenails. You I get a regular pedicure and manicure, and and she loves trying to keep me neat. Before I would go a little longer than what I do here on haircuts. Uh, she doesn't like that. She's actually made arrangements, which I enjoy more than anything. I wish I could have done this before the pandemic. I actually have a good barber come to our house, and he cuts Virgil's hair and mine. And I, that's I love the idea of that. I don't have to go to a barber shop and wait and all that stuff. So he comes here after his regular job and cuts my hair and Virgil's. Of course, we pay him a little higher than the normal price. I could get it done at a regular place for 50 pesos, roughly right at $1. But he'll come to my house, and he would do it for the 50 pesos. But we always pay him at least 100 pesos per head, which is only $2. I don't know if you can get a haircut for $2 or not. I do. At home. Those little things, they add up. She enjoys preparing food catered to my taste. And then she'll occasionally will prepare food that's Filipino style. And she tries to alter the recipe to where it has much less salt content. And you know what? I find it very pleasing to food. And I have been guilty from time to time. I will eat occasional rice. I don't eat a lot because rice is a lot of it's not good for you. But I do. And occasionally she'll do brown rice for me. I like the brown rice because it's got a little more texture to it. And it does have a little bit of flavor, where the white rice is kind of bland. And I'm not so keen on throwing soy and all that stuff. Soy's got too much salt. And she knows this. And she has also adapted to less salt in her diet. I'm impressed because, I really haven't pushed it other than the dried fish. I told her, that's really not good for you. So she cut that back to where she'll have it with her family downstairs. We got a room downstairs for them. And it's not very often. A lot of times she'll bypass it altogether. But it's the little things that the Filipino will do to can make you happy, make you feel good about yourself. That's if you will allow it. And when it comes to other things in life, like making decisions on financial things, uh, we have actually sat down and discussed things and make sure it fits our budget and so forth. And she doesn't buy anything unless she consults with me. But I don't mind her buying shoes. I don't mind her buying clothes, things of that nature. I don't mind at all, but she always asks. And you take a lot of that for granted, but that's a small way of showing that they really care. So, that's another thing. And another thing, too, as older guys, the reason my personal opinion, is that, like in my case, I enjoy telling my wife I love her. I enjoy being able to show some emotions. And I look back in my past relationships before I come to the Philippines. That was a difficult task. And I said task. You notice that? Those relationships, when you try to show some emotions, it was always turned into, what's your problem? I grew up where men are not supposed to show emotions. That's a sad thing. That is actually what I say, burying a way of making yourself feel happy, make yourself feel good. I enjoy a romantic evening with candlelight, looking across the table at a beautiful little wife, seeing her smiles and enjoying her food and so forth. And she enjoys it too. But before, something like that was considered an embarrassment for a man. Especially if he'd been married for a while. Why are you doing that? The only time men do that was when they're fresh dating and trying to make an impression. Why can't we do that during the whole term of our marriage? No. We have forgotten our ways to society. We were groomed. And another thing too, there's always been a frown if there's any type of age gap. You don't have to be extreme. But if there's an age gap, it was frowned upon. It's hard for two people to find a common interest, a connection. Before, it was almost like it wasn't allowed, finding a connection. Now there are couples, and that I've seen throughout my life, that they had that commitment and a connection, and they enjoyed a long-term marriage with no major issues. By no means any marriage will be perfect or 100%. But if you find the correct partner, issues become discussions that you can come up on mutual agreements. And that's what me and Grace do. If we have an issue, which is not often, I'll just be honest with you, we sit down and we talk about it like adults, like it's supposed to be. And that's another touch of happiness. That's another reason, us expats, as they call us, come to Asian countries and we take on a partner. We find that they still, with their culture, they like to show the emotional side and bring the emotions out of us. Before we, me personally, had my emotions buried. It was like taboo if you showed any emotions. Or if you, being a male, you're supposed to be dominant. Instead of being a partnership, it was a one-way street. I guess I was guilty of that also. I look back on it. Grace and I, we have a sizable age gap. And hold on a second. Sorry about that. I had an allergy attack. Getting back to relationships here, for the biggest part, the ones I see that works, and I have a couple of friends that they're like me. They're very satisfied with their lifestyle here. We don't try to keep up with the Joneses. We live on a much simpler means. I know I do. I'm not worried about having a brand new vehicle or a supersized SUV and things of that nature, or a house of 20,000 square feet. I'm happy with my house. I think it's about 800 square feet, maybe 1,000. I haven't done the math on it, but I know it's small, but I'm very comfortable. And a whole lot less maintenance. So each day here, I've got a little hobby of trying to get things working, that like the internet. Took me a while to get it to where it's usable, but I got it done, and I'm happy with what I've got now. It's not super fast, but at least I can use it on a daily basis, and I don't have to drive out to find signal, as they say. I can do everything at home now. I enjoy that. And then with the brownout problems, I've pretty well got that solved. I'm very happy with my system now. That's my little hobbies. Of course, things have come to a point where I want to try to find something else to get myself motivated again. And occasionally I'll cook. I don't do it as often as I used to. And Grace enjoys that too. When I cook, she enjoys the style of food I make. The robust flavors. And speaking of the relationship again, she enjoys doing things like I do. She knows I love nature and sightseeing and things of that nature. And she does too. And that's got a lot to do, is because for me, she didn't stray far from home at all. Now, you'll find that true with most Filipinos. that are in a family environment, close knit, they don't stray from home very far. And what I mean by that, I've taken kids out with us. Grace now has never been to a mall or to a restaurant, and we enjoy those things. Taking, especially the kids. She knows that I love kids, and I love to make them smile. Buying them shoes and handing them out, treats. Something they don't get, yeah. Or a school uniform. Or, those things are, that I enjoy doing that. Now maybe a small box of food that will probably feed them for a week or more. We're all the time doing something like that. That's done behind the scenes. I don't brag on it a lot because I don't want people to think I'm out here begging for money. But I do that quite often. Speaking of that, we'll have our annual Christmas event coming up in a couple of months. Christmas is getting close already. And this is the time of year that Grace and I will pull back and use our resources to try to pool some money together, because we try to do something for our community. We try to get our funds added up before we can buy. We try to buy at least 10 sacks of rice, minimum, if our funds will allow. And we'll buy sardines and noodles and all this stuff. And they'll get together, her and her family, and they'll work their little hearts out and put these packages together so that we can hand them out for Christmas. And we try to get little things for the kids, and we try to try to get enough food together and have a big meal, so the whole community gets fed. Nobody's hungry. And we have games. I mean, it's a big event that's coming up. And that's something I enjoy very much, and so does Grace. That's another part of our relationship. We enjoy each other, and we enjoy doing similar things. Anyway, folks, I just want to let everybody know I'm one happy camper. And I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all my new subscribers. Really, I do. I don't give enough emphasis on the new subscribers, and I apologize for that. I really appreciate you. And stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And be nice. Smile. Until next time, thanks again.